Shalom, shalom. This y'all Mordecai, aka Zephaniah Yasha'Allah, coming from Fifth Lord Tiger School of Truth. This is not the actual school. I'm down at the gold mine / nest down here with my kids. Uh, like this way I do like little small lessons and stuff like that. You might hear me say this a few times till people get familiar. But today's lesson is called Controversy of Camp Theory. Now you got a lot of people, well, it's been sitting on me for a minute to do. Get tired of going in the comment board seeing a rack of people scoffing at camps. Camp this, camp that. Them camps. Because you got a few brothers that's in camps going off or be doing stuff that's considered off. People done gave testimonies against camps, but ain't nothing gonna be perfect in this truth. Nothing. The curses is in the truth with you. So, you gotta weather the storm. If you're gonna be susceptible to stuff happening while you in the truth, it ain't cause you get in the truth, oh, all my worries is over. It's gonna be the same deal. You just striving for perfection and righteousness. That's the only difference. And you not that same nigga in the world that you once were, supposedly. So this joint is called Controversy of Camp Theory. I'm going to prove today without a shadow of a doubt that camps is ordained by the Most High. Now everybody is not in the right shape to be out there standing and doing the work, but you can do work in the other ways. You're supposed to congregate with your brothers in some kind of shape, form, or fashion and keep the feast days. That's the major part of this truth, is keeping the feast days and congregating with your folks the best way that you can. You know what I mean? Because everything sounds good in theory, but you only can do what you can do. The angels recording everything, so you're not getting away with nothing. You can tell all the lies you want. It ain't gonna matter. The angels, the Most High, know what you can do and what you can't do. So, started off. I'm gonna start off right here. Now you gonna see why the brothers fighting hard the way that this is a dog fight, man. This is not no pity pat in the schoolyard slap boxing. This straight up guns, knuckles, and knives type of brawl. And you gonna see why today these brothers battling the way they battling, man. You can't hate on these brothers, man, for battling the way they battle. I wish I could be out there right now. Wish I had some soldiers rolling with me to be out there. I'd be out there screaming at the top of my voice too at these wicked ass Edomites and heathens in this dirty, devilish ass kingdom. Rack of y'all got that sucker, man, that effeminate sucker spirit, man. Thanks to the friendly neighborhood devil, Esau. But this is a video right here of a brother that lived down in the South. And he gonna give a little quick short testimony of what these devils was doing. So we gonna see, is it necessary for the brothers to be out there letting their peoples know what's going on or to wake up? You know what I mean?
This is Center Street North, the dividing line, the racial dividing line of Birmingham, Alabama. We are passing the home of Arthur Shores, whose home was bombed 3 different times during the 60s.
Jeff Drew cannot forget what life was like living
You hear
in the
that?
segregated
Bombed
South
3
of
times,
the
man.
1960s.
And I was laying on the floor watching the TV, and
They wasn't throwing rocks.
me and the TV are at the ceiling. It had literally blown us both off the floor. And
You hear
I
that?
had my first taste of what a dynamite blast felt like.
Drew's family wasn't welcome in an all-white.
You hear that? And his family wasn't welcome in an all-white neighborhood. Now, let's see if he lying, if he telling a story about these devils like to blow your ass up. They like to kill us with bombs and whatever else they can kill us with. But you weak Negroes, y'all still keep acting like niggas, brothers ain't got the right to be out there putting their hand, pointing their fingers at these devils, pointing them out, telling their kids and all that, because they kids is benefiting off the blood money from slavery, man. The Hebrew Israelites built up every kingdom, man, that prospered on this planet. Where do you think the term Hebrew slave come from? People use the term loosely but don't even know what it means. Yeah, we the Hebrews that term come from, the Hebrew Israelites, man. We not no stinking Africans. I'm sick of keep hearing that term African American. How the hell you gonna be named after two homosexual white men, man? Amerigo Vespucci and Leo Scipio Africanus. Some white faggot German explorers, man. Or whatever they was, man. But let's see if the brother was lying. Now, this is sister telling a story, man.
But they also came in airplanes, dropping bomb arc to just ignite it. That arc was a black messenger was delivering a message. You know,
she talking about they needed a spot to ignite some racial war or something to do something against Tulsa, Oklahoma. They doing the same shit to us now, but y'all Negroes too weak to see it.
He hit her a little bit, but he didn't hit her. He just got a brush against her. She yelled rape.
Man, want that stinking flatback flea bag Becky, man.
White woman yells rape against a black man.
They still doing it. They just did it with the 9-year-old little boy, this flatback old dog talking about he touched her.
And that sanctity of white womanhood.
Jake like ass.
Had to be protected from black beast, so-called black beast.
No goddamn diving board back.
Rape. Now, the charge was absolutely improbable. From the first floor to the third floor. Improbable. But it was the smart thing, couldn't we? Because he was the son of a prominent black businessman.
Hating on a brother, like they do now.
The police hauled him down to the station.
But you Negroes don't see it, though. Y'all think, oh,
this is my son, this is my
Mr.
boy.
White Man, that's my friend. Now, you can't talk about massa.
Oh, uppity, how dare you come down here?
You can't talk about massa.
And because the African American community sensed that the sense of anger and violence was rising, it wasn't one or two that came down. There were several of them that came down.
Now they want to form a mob.
Are you going to storm the jail? He said, no, but we're here for justice. We're here for justice. And then the lynch mob began to form. In Tulsa.
You hear that?
It's like, oh.
We ain't need them devils for shit. We had our own community down there.
In their place.
All that, get a job and all that. Nigga, we had jobs. We had our own businesses and all that. Why they come in there fucking with us? Excuse my language, but man, I'm fired up right now.
Dropping bombs on Tulsa. Black Tulsa.
See that? You can't even separate from these devils, man. And do your own thing. They need us, man.
Just having their heads severed. There are
Negro, and you Negroes somehow flee. Where you gonna flee at? Devils not letting you go nowhere without trying to kill you or lock you up.
But when you look at the pictures,
Mosthigh gonna release us, man. We in jail.
What we say is the American dream, absolutely leveled by the violence, by the lynch mobs, by the airplanes, by the bombs, leveled. Black Tulsa has never recovered. As the bombs
it ain't, because them devils ain't gonna let it.
As Tulsa is on fire.
See
the
that?
Governor of Oklahoma's like, whoa.
See that? Seen the women out there? Did they have pants on?
Wow. Nothing we can do here. And that is so indicative.
See that? Y'all wonder why the brothers out there battling for y'all.
In terms of rights, in terms
Scared
of protection,
Negroes, man.
basic civil and human rights for African Americans in the United States.
The preceding
See that? Y'all got shit to say though. Now let's go to now let's go to this civil rights video to see another. It ain't no sound on it, but see they trying to march and protest, and we gonna see why the brothers out there yelling at the top of their voice for y'all weak, effeminate Negroes, man. We about to see. I probably could have found a video with some sound, but y'all Negroes don't need to see no sound. Hear no sound, I mean. Need to just see what happens so you can think about it while it's happening. Look at that. Tanks coming through. Need no sound. I just narrate. Dogs coming through. Look at him. Waving his stick, ready to hit a nigga. Look. Look at that. That one little bony white man coming in there can do that. Look. Sicking dogs on Negroes. They ain't doing nothing but marching. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Look at that. Look at Esau. Spraying y'all ass with water hoses, man. Like you some damn vicious mud creatures or something. They trying to wash away. Look at niggas like mud. Man, we can just hit them with water hose and wash them down the street. Like a nigga gonna melt. Nah, we ain't gonna melt. Not only is we gonna multiply, now we done woke up and we gonna stand up. You don't care who don't like it. You could drop dead if you don't like it. Look at this. Spraying, all they doing is marching. Trying to get some answers. They getting sprayed with water hoses. Look at that. You Negroes out here keep want to come up against the prophets or the servants of the Most High about why they out there standing up. Look at that. Look at that. Kids right there. Look, they running for their life. Look, one Negro, he got hot. He gonna throw a rock. He threw a rock at Esau. Hey. Look at his face all busted up. Y'all Negroes still don't want to stand up. All brothers doing is teaching out the Bible, man. Yeah, you see them devils can't touch us because the angels watching us, protecting us. Yeah, Psalms 91 and 11. Look at that. Yeah, you need to watch this whole video, man. Look at the grandmas out there. Look, they still trying to march. Still walking. Look at that. See that? See that right there? Y'all still got something to say, though. Where we at now? So, all right. Now, you seen what they was doing, the brothers out there, whatever. Now, we going to see. We going to let this friendly neighborhood devil tell you out his own mouth how he feel about it. It don't care nothing about what y'all Negroes think or none of that. But see, he gonna put his foot in his own mouth at the end. We gonna get to that. Look,
just a few years ago himself segregated his crusade audiences, preached segregation. The Southern Baptist and the National Baptist, one was black, one was white. They practiced and preached segregation. So we didn't invent segregation. We just still believe in it.
Let me ask you about something, and you did correct it. Let me say,
no matter who, no matter whatever.
But there are a number of Klan organizations.
You can believe in segregation or whatever the hell. Whoever that pastor or whatever minister was, they was smart.
Now the Nazis
Till Martin Luther King ass came along.
Murder not simply of Jews in Germany, but American pilots, American soldiers. They're guilty of all manner of horrid atrocities. They have on their, I guess, on their record some 250,000 American dead. Now, why would any patriotic American, or one who calls himself a patriotic American, be anywhere near the swastika, the insignia of Hitler's Germany?
Well, as you conceded before the show, I did clear up that point. The Klan, the Invisible Empire, which I had, detests Nazis as much as we do communists. But I'd like to make one thing clear, that there's too much hype today about the Germans and the Nazis. Let's not forget that the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and they led the death marches in Bataan. I don't believe that we should condemn all of the Germans for something that happened in Germany 40 years ago. And I do condemn what Hitler did to any.
Why would any patriot, someone who calls himself a patriot, in clans with which I guess you're associated with members, if not the leadership, why would they march with people who are march under the swastika?
We don't.
You don't. Why do your colleagues do that?
I believe, to make it clear at first, we're the only national Klan organization left. There have been those that have come and gone. It's sort of like the political parties, the Democrats, Republicans, American Independents. They come and they go. They splinter and they regroup and rejoin. Right now, we are the major unquestioned Klan organization in America. There's some people that we have expelled from our organization that will start other branches. And
Klan,
anxiety to get membership and support.
Like a damn dunce cap on.
This is not your organization, doesn't believe it. But I believe a quote by you I read in the book on the Klan today. You were announcing the quote, I think it was Jew-controlled media. Have you used that term?
I may have used that term.
It's a direct quote.
I may have used that term some years ago.
What do you mean by that?
But I don't mean by that anything at this point in time. I believe that a lot of Jews are prominent in the media, but I believe a lot of Baptists, and a lot of Methodists, and a lot of other people are.
Why would you use the term Jew-controlled media? You don't run around saying the Baptist-controlled media is keeping us off.
I no longer use that term. It's been a number of years ago that I would have made that comment, and I'm not apologizing for what I might have said at that time.
All right, let's talk about blacks.
I
want to go. My brother came back from airborne in Vietnam, and he told me, and that of the bodies that he took out as a medical officer, he said, 50% of those guys were black kids. Served in the United States and Vietnam. This was it was a crack frontline unit, and these were American blacks who died in higher numbers for their country in Southeast Asia in that war.
You hear that?
Than did white Americans. As a matter of fact,
fighting for these devils in the mess that they started. But they want to bomb our community, though.
For their country, just
see that?
White Christian Protestant Americans.
Don't matter, man.
Needs to be cleared up, Pat. We're not against the black race. We're not against. We believe in free enterprise for this country. We believe that everyone should have the same rights.
Stop lying, man.
It says right here. Wait a minute, Mr. Wizard. Let me interrupt you for a minute, Mr. Wizard. It says right here, you believe in the final solution, which is black repatriation to Africa.
Abraham Lincoln. But now look, I'm not going to be cut off.
No, but I'm not going to be cut off either. You're running around on a bed sheet. I don't have the bed sheet.
Look at Esau and Esau going at it. Let them devils go at it.
Can you imagine this country repatriating all the black Americans that Pat just spoke about to Africa?
No.
I mean, what kind of nonsense?
No, I can't.
Well, what are you saying it for then?
I'm not saying it.
Well, it says right here.
No, that's your paper. That's not my paper.
That's your paper. I took the quote and wrote it on this.
That's not my paper. Now, to get back to it, now just a minute. I answered your question. Now, I want to finish what I was saying. We feel that affirmative action is discriminating against white people. And there is no question about it. Two wrongs don't make a right. Because black people were hurt and discriminated against in the past does not justify the discrimination against white people now. And we're asking
Look at that, man.
I'm against
what Esau do, sorted carefully with tears, always jumping in the victim seat.
But you said, when I introduced you, I didn't say that your organization was. I said, historically, to most Americans, you're anti-Catholic and anti-Semitic and racist. In other words, anti-black. You said, we're not anti-Catholic.
Right.
We're not anti-Semitic. You didn't deny the racist thing.
Well, it depends on your definition of racist. I'm a segregationist, okay? I believe that God has commanded me not to mix with other races. For that reason, I want to have schools where I can send my children to.
You hear that? You hear that for yourself? You hear that? What did the white man say? Believe God commanded us not to mix with other races, man. Separation. Separation. So we gonna see. So why the white man tell you that, y'all Negroes don't say nothing. But now we gonna see one of your brothers tell you that. One of your brothers tell you that, and we gonna see why y'all got a problem with it. Why y'all got a problem with the brothers?
How they gonna tell somebody to go back to their country when you on stolen?
These brothers out there standing up, man, battling, man. Look at that.
No, they stolen, man. Right now, 77 Native American Indians, and they sit up and have celebrate Thanksgiving.
We gonna get into that. We gonna see if he lying.
So you got another question, Esau?
Killed the Indians. We gonna get into that. See if he lying about that.
That's the image of the beast.
We was the Indians.
So-called black man. See, we out here with the truth. I mean, Hosea, we got the King James, the King James. See,
where in the Bible does it say that one group is better than another?
Deuteronomy 76, man. Deuteronomy 76.
So the white man just told y'all that God said they shouldn't mix. Now we gonna see if the brothers lying.
But thou art a holy people. Do you know what holy means, Esau? Holy means separate from everybody, man.
You heard it? You heard that?
But the Lord thy God, possessive, man. Read on. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee, read on, to be a special
We gonna see if he lying.
a special people, read on, unto himself. Unto what? Unto himself. Read on. Above. What did he just say?
Above. Above.
We above all peoples, man.
See that?
See, you don't want to hear that, Esau. See, you getting ready for the slavery, Esau. You need to be somewhere working out, man. 15 hours a day in the country. You're going to pay for it. Give me Revelation 13 out of 10, man. You're going to pay for this, man. We're going to be beating your back in soon. Read this right quick. Don't put the Revelation.
And this is what God said. This is something else.
We know y'all got ears out here because y'all can hear. Because somebody's got to pay for this, man. Read.
See, y'all Negroes don't think nobody got paid for that.
Into captivity. Who led us into captivity? Who led us into captivity? We know. Shall go. Is anybody going? Shall go into captivity. That's your future, Esau.
See that? So why y'all got a problem with the brothers telling this devil that after all the stuff they had done and what they keep doing? And we gonna go to some scriptures. We're gonna go to some scriptures now. Let me go to, we gonna get in, I'm gonna go to where we at? So you heard the devil tell you, yeah, we believe God told us not to mix with other races. Basically, we being separate. That's what we tried to do in Tulsa, and they bombed us. So then you hear your brother out there standing up like a warrior, telling you the same thing, but y'all don't want to take heed. Y'all want to come up against them brothers, man, and talk a rack of jazz out your mouth. Now let's see if the Most High, the God that y'all be jumping around and beating your feet and all that in church, let's see what he say about separation. This Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose this Christ talking. It's written in red. See that? Written in red. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. Right there. Tell you right there. Rather division, man. You coming to separate. Coming to separate, even separate you in your own house if your house ain't trying to get down with this truth. Because you gonna have one in the house that's gonna get down and some that ain't. And they gonna be the truth cause division. Let's see why the Most High told us to be separate from these other nations and all that. For us to be separate, not integrate. So the Klansman was right. Y'all ain't saying nothing about when the Klansman said. I forgot about them. Go on the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. And 54. And after these, Adam, also whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also who thou hast chosen. So that's a distinction right there. It say also whom thou hast chosen. So that means the Most High got a chosen people. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. You made the world for the Israelites. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So these people that the Most High call nothing, that's who ruling over us, man, and doing all this abominable stuff to us. Y'all want to keep getting mad at your brothers, though. Let's go to 1st Esdras. Now let's see why the Most High called them nothing, though. Let's see why. Book of 1st Esdras, chapter 8 and 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, the Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions. Hold up. Man, he say them people's a pollution, man. You know what I'm saying? Them people's is a pollution. They some polluted people. Look at the shit they do. Of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, the Africans, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Moabites, the Chinese, the Egyptians, some more Africans, and Edomites, the so-called white man. For both they had their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. Most I call them people strange, man. Say them people strange. Say we the holy seed. We mixing with strange people. That's why I refuse to mix my seed with anything but another Israelite woman. And that's what I did. I knew in the world that was going backwards. Let's go to Exodus 21 and 16. So the elder brought out, y'all seen in the video, said they was going into captivity. Now, let's see what the Most High got to say. Let's see if he lying. I'm going to go somewhere else. In the Old Testament. He was in the New Testament. I'm going to go in the Old Testament. King James Version. Exodus 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, ain't we found in a hand right now? They can say, oh, we ain't stealing, we just bought him. But don't it say, or if he be found in his hand? So they can't, ain't no way they can get out of this, man. But they did sell us. Because they was selling us when we got over here, selling us to other plantations. So they can say, oh, we didn't bring them, we didn't round them up. We just bought them from the stinking Africans. But we found in their hand. He shall surely be put to death. So now let's see if the scriptures is lying. Let's see if the scriptures is lying. You cut this light on. Let's see if the scriptures is lying. It's a book right here called Hebrew Isms of West Africa. Didn't they eat them? Didn't we get picked up from West Africa? Didn't we flee into West Africa 70 AD? It's all documented. So we about to read testimony from, I believe this a Edom. I think he was a East Indian named Brian Edwards. He got in some other good books or whatever documenting the slave trade from Africa to Jamaica. He lived in Jamaica, was a farmer or something like that. Forgot exactly what he specialized in his farm. So this Brian Edwards, the historian for many years, a resident of Jamaica and a member of the council, furnishes us with the most authentic description of these Coromantine slaves. And as an appreciation of their characteristic traits will help to clarify what follows. So basically, giving you an idea some of our characteristics that we can identify with. A somewhat lengthy quotation from his graphic account may be pardoned. He was dead. Speaking from his personal observations, he says, the circumstances which distinguish the Coromantine or Gold Coast Negroes from all others are firmness both of body and mind, meaning we strong, we built, and strong in the mind. A ferociousness, that's why them brothers out there like that. And we ferocious, man. We like tigers. Yeah, we look good, but yeah, we dangerous too. Of disposition. Ferociousness of disposition, but with the activity, courage, and a stubbornness. Ain't no brothers out there with activity, putting in the work. Ain't no brothers showing hell of a courage and a stubbornness. They ain't going for nothing. They ain't going to budge. Or what an ancient Roman would have deemed an elevation of soul. But see, the white man, when he do it, it's just the elevation of soul. That's what he called it, which prompts them to enterprises of difficulty and danger and enables them to meet death in the most horrible shape. Don't care about dying, already in bad shape, and still don't care about dying. With fortitude and indifference. Yeah, with fortitude and no respect of persons, man. You hear that? With fortitude and indifference. Yeah, if you wicked, you wicked. They sometimes take the label with great promptitude and alacrity, and have constitutions well adapted for it. For many of them have undoubtedly been slaves in Africa. We were slaves in Africa, working as building Egypt and other places. I have integrated great numbers on this subject, and although some of them asserted they were born free, who, as it afterwards proved by the testimony of their own relations, were actually sold as slaves by their masters. Others frankly confessed to me that they had no claim to freedom in their own country and were sold either to pay debts or to expiate the crimes of their owners. On the other hand, the Gold Coast being inhabited by various different tribes which are engaged in perpetual warfare and hostility with each other, there cannot be a doubt that many of the captives taken in a battle and sold in the European settlements were of free condition in their native country, and perhaps the owners of slaves themselves. It is not wonderful that such men should endeavor, even by means the most desperate, to regain the freedom of which they had been deprived, nor do I conceive that any further circumstances are necessary to prompt them to action than that of being sold into captivity in a distant country, America, Jamaica, and everywhere else. I mean, only to state facts. He's saying, I mean, only to state facts. This man was dead. As I find them such, I well know was the origin of the Negro Rebellion, which happened in Jamaica in 1760. So that's this proof, right? Some more history on, our slavery situation. So the elder brought out, he that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. Then I read the scripture in Exodus in the Old Testament. The Most High tell him, if you found in a man's hand. Yeah, so it ain't no way out of it. And then going back to the history right here to show that them peoples that we went into slavery, man, we came over here. So from there, I'm gonna go to the next video. This is the next video. And this video right here, this is the pull-up boys from HOI.
But they mock the messengers of the Most High.
So y'all see them out there? Them brothers out there battling. That's Chief Ephraim right there. That's Shy Pop talking. Yeah, I keep up with my brothers. That's how I know who they is. Supposed to. And the other brother right there with the stick, that's the brother from DC, Yakutab. See, they out there with all devils out there, all Edomites. It ain't nothing about 5 of them. Now you see why they standing up out there.
This is a $5 Indian. This is what a $5 Indian looks like. These are not your people.
See them fake Indians down there? Indians down there protesting down there. Fake Indians.
Why you don't claim your history?
People's done killed you off and then stole your identity.
Why you don't claim Barney Rebel? How can we love somebody that hates us? How can we love somebody that hates us?
See that?
We love you as much as Donald
See what the brother's saying? We gonna see if he lying about they hate us. We gonna see. Look at them. They out there like some austere warriors out there, man. They surrounded out there. It ain't number 5 on their own kid. Standing up for you weak Negroes, man. And y'all scoffing against these brothers, man. Y'all got a problem. All y'all got a problem with camps.
Until the wrath of the Lord arose against him.
easy. There was no remedy. Right. So that's what happens. You want to mock the messengers. But y'all got upset when we called the Catholic child molesting priests authentic child molesters. Right? Y'all want to bring up all challenges. Why you not bringing up the Catholic text? Why you not bringing up the proof? Why you not bringing up the proof? Huh? Why you not bringing up the proof?
So we gonna see. We gonna see if these devils. We gonna see if the brother lying. You heard what he said? We gonna love y'all as much as y'all love us. So we need to find out what he mean by that. We gonna love them as much as they love us. It's a book right here called American Holocaust. Got a little bit of information here. Some Jews, you can get something out of here. They off about certain little things, but there's some truth in here. So we gonna start at, see that? What that say? Genocide. So now we gonna tell what these devils did to the Northern Kingdom. The native was, you consider the Native Americans. When the Spaniards, Christopher Columbus and them, what they did. It say, the Spaniards took babies from their mother's breasts, grabbing them by the feet and smashing their heads against rocks. Smashing their heads against rocks. They built a long gibbet, low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and hanged 13 natives at a time in honor of Christ, our Savior. See that? 12 for the 12 tribes and the one for Christ, the Messiah. That's why they was hanging 13 at a time. And the 12 apostles. Then straw was wrapped around their torn bodies and they were burned alive. They burned them alive, man. As the Spaniards went with their war dogs hunting down Indian men and women, it happened that a sick Indian woman who could not escape from the dogs sought to avoid being torn apart in this fashion. She took a cord and tied her year-old child to her leg, and then she hanged herself from a beam. But the dogs came and tore the child apart before the creature expired. However, a friar baptized me. You see that? This woman hung herself with her baby on her leg trying to escape persecution, man. She didn't care. She hung herself, and the dog still got her kid, man. But you weak Negroes want to keep talking about camps. You got effeminate brothers like, what's his name, Seed of Israel. He be talking about these camps. And these other brothers be talking about these camps. I'm going to call you all out. Because you never go to the scriptures. You just run your damn mouth. Hide behind the screen. Doing a video. Talking. I ain't hiding on nothing. I'm going to show my face. Check that out. All right. Let's go to. They would cut an Indian's hands and leave them dangling by a shred of skin. And they would test their swords and their manly strength on captured Indians and place bets on the slicing off of heads or the cutting of bodies in half with one blow. One cruel captain traveled over many leagues, capturing all the Indians he could find. Since the Indians would not tell him who their new lord was, he cut off the hands of some and threw others to the dogs. and thus they were torn to pieces, man. The Spanish treated the Indians with such rigor and inhumanity that they seemed the very ministers of hell, driving them day and night with beatings, kicks, lashes, and blows, and calling them no sweeter names than dogs. Women who had just given birth were forced to carry burdens for the Christians and thus could not carry their infants because of the hard work and weakness of hunger. Infinite numbers of these were cast aside on the road and thus perished. You see that, man? They threw your ancestors to the side like trash, man, and kept it moving. Y'all niggas want to stand up for them and go against the brothers out there standing up for you weak Negroes, man. They threw into those holes all the Indians they could capture of every age and kind. Pregnant and confined women, children, old men were left stuck on the stakes until the pits were filled. The rest they killed with lances and daggers and threw them to the war dogs who tore them up and devoured them. You hear that? Because he did not give the great quantity of gold asked for, they burned him and a number of other nobles and caciques, with the intention of leaving no prince of chieftain alive in the entire country. They set out to kill all the chiefs, man, and princes of the Native Americans, man. When the Spaniards had collected a great deal of gold from the Indians, they shut them up in 3 big houses, crowded in as many as they could, then set fire to the houses, burning alive all that were in them. Yet those Indians had given no cause nor made any resistance. You see that? With my own eyes, I saw Spaniards cut off the nose, hands, and ears of Indians, male and female, without provocation, merely because it pleased them to do it. Likewise, I saw how they summoned the caciques and the chief rulers to come, assuring them safety. And when they peacefully came, they were taken captive and burned. You hear that? Josh still want to keep, it's crazy, man. It's photos of how they left Indians dead, man. I don't know if you can see that. Piles on these actual photos. Actual photos. Look at this. Actual photos of them thrown in holes, man. See that? If you can make that out, see that? But y'all want to keep talking about the camps, man. Get enough of that, man. And look at this. This General Leonard W. Colby showing off his Lakota Sioux war courier, Zincta Lanuni, or Lost Bird, after privately putting her on display for personal profit, man. Look what they did after that. Yeah, Cap took that little girl, put her on display like an animal, man. Like a show dog for personal profit. See that? Y'all want to keep protecting these devils, man. Let me go to the scriptures now. But then y'all want to say, oh, that was old. We ain't, that was old right there. You got to move forward. Stop thinking about the past. Let's see what the Most High said about moving forward. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee, man. That's what the brothers is now. They woken up to their past memories, man. Who they were. Instead of asking these brothers for advice and knowledge and tutelage, y'all want to scoff against them and come up against them like some demons, man. Now let's go to and see why y'all going against these brothers, man. Man, what's going on?
You gonna tell all red people that this? Christ don't love you.
You about to see right now.
See, our people are sold unto our enemies, man. When you go ahead and check the United States, we're in the slums in every city, man. That's right. So is the Hispanics, man.
Brother standing up for y'all, man. Y'all want to keep talking, going against it.
And nobody is saying anything about that, man.
Nobody.
Okay, man. To keep us on the bottom. To keep us loving our enemies, man. And they always tell us to forget this. Do you forget this, brother? Or do you think God is going to give me Deuteronomy 32 and 7? Do you think God is going to forget this, man? Only soft brothers forget this, man.
You hear that?
Cowards forget this, man. That's right. Warriors up here.
You hear that? Said we warriors up here, man. Ain't no soft cupcake, Twinkie filling Negroes standing up. Now let's see what these brothers is, man. Talking about all the brothers standing up in the truth, man. Go in the book of Proverbs 30 and 30. The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 30. A lion which is strongest amongst beasts and turneth not away for any. Brother standing up, man. They ain't turning away for any, man. We ain't turning away from any. You hear that? See this lion right here? You see that? The lion strongest amongst beasts, man. Turning away from any. Let's go to Jeremiah 4 and 7. Now let's see what they say about the Messiah, the black Messiah, Yahushua, Hamashiach. What he coming to do? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 verse 7. The lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make the land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. Talking about America, man. This place is done. This joint gonna be laid waste. Ain't nobody never going to inhabit this joint again. Brothers out there trying to warn y'all and tell y'all, but y'all want to keep scoffing, keep hating, keep going against them. And let's go. That's what they said the Messiah coming to do, right? Now I'm about to go. This is what the Messiah said out his own mouth. So if you going against the brothers, man, teaching out there, whatever, you going against the Messiah, man. And this is what he say. This what he say he gonna do to you. They try to paint Yahushua as this soft, effeminate, pale-faced, blue-eyed devil, looking like a beach bum. But this what he said he gonna do. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Man, Christ said, slay them before me. His enemies, he talking about whoever ain't trying to get down with this truth, man. If he battling against his prophets, cause he the husbandman in the vineyard. We just the sowers. We the servants out there sowing the word for him. going against us, he said, slay them. He didn't say pat them on the back and throw them a rose for being wicked. He said, bring hither and slay them. You know what slay means? Means kill. To kill. I got enough.